Good morning, everyone. I am Danrey Guardiano, and I am here to report about digital self and other in cyberspace. The term online identity implies that there is a distinction between how people present themselves online and how they do offline. But any split between online and offline identity is narrowing for a reason. In contrast to the internet of 1990s, people today use social media primarily to communicate with people they know in real life, contexts like home, work, and school. We are living in a digital age than face-to-face interaction. We have interaction involving technology, cellular phones, computers, and other gadgets. Next is online identity and self in cyberspace. First, what is online identity? Online identity is the new sum of your characteristics and interactions. Because you interact differently with each website you visit, each of those websites will have a different picture of who you are and what you do. Sometimes the different representation of who you are referred to as partial identities because one of them has the full true pictures of who you are. Your online identity is not the same as your real world identity because the characteristics you represent online differ from the characteristics you present in the physical world. Every website you interact with has its own idea of your identity because each one of you visit sees you and your characteristics differently. The next is impacts of online interactions of the self. When interacting with other people, we automatically make inferences about them without even being consciously aware of it. We cannot help but ponder what they are thinking about, what their facial expression mean, what their intentions are, and so on. This predisposition is what makes social interaction so demanding. This suggests that interaction with human partners requires more emotional involvement and thus more cognitive effort than interacting through a computer. The conclusion is clear. Online interaction does not require cognitive or emotional involvement, making our interaction with it much easier. And the last one is the 5 Extend Self in Digital World by Russell W. Bug. The first one is dematerialization. Things are disappearing right before our eyes. Our information, communications, photos and videos, music, calculations, messages, written words are now largely invisible and immaterial, composed of electronic streams stored in digital storage devices in locations we will never know. The second one is re-embodiment. This is characterized as the breakout of the visual online, leading to new constructions and definition of the self in the virtual world where online games, vlogs, web page, photos and video sharing sites, internet dating sites are possible. We are disembodied and re-embodied as avatars, sharing identity with a chosen avatar virtually. And the third one is sharing. Uploading, downloading, sharing, and etc. provide free access of information through web surfing. And the fourth one is co-construction of self. Our digital involvement is social in nature. Our vlogs invite comments, social interactions with help in constructing our individual and joint extended sense of self as the new version of Collis' looking glass self theory known as the collaborative self. And the last one is the distributed memory. In a digital world, there is a new set of devices and technologies, for recording and archiving our memories. The dilemma in sin and the narrative of the self, our identity is not to be found in behavior nor in the reactions of others, but in the capability of keep the particular narrative going, done by continually integrating events in the outside world into our ongoing story about the self.